And here's Lucie starting her climb. Lucie Hrozová in 4th place on the overall rankings so far this year for lead. She came 5th place overall at the end of 4th place at the end of last year overall in 2013. I'll tell you the 2014 results in a moment. Lucie Hrozová 5th at Cheongsong, 3rd here at Saas Fee, so she medalled here last year, took a bronze, 6th at Rabenstein, 1st at Bushtany and 3rd at Kirov. 328 points put her in 4th place on the overall rankings. This year then, Lucie Hrozová ended up in 8th place at the end of the finals in Cheongsong, so managed to make it through. But didn't have too good a run of things. Let's hope she can do better here. Did better in Bushtany just recently, ending up in 5th place at the end of the finals there as well. Into the Stein here now then. Seen a lot of athletes use up quite a bit of time on this first section. Despite Mark saying earlier that he didn't think it was too technical, they are taking their time here. Lucie, another one. First minute used here, though she is moving at a bit of a better pace compared to some of her other athletes. She's going to go up and clip in a moment, and then she's into the traverse still with 6 minutes 50 left on the clock, so not too bad at all. She can keep this pace up and not end up pumping out. We could be seeing her pushing into the finals. It's what we'd expect to see from Lucie. If you're watching back at home, let us know who you're rooting for here, of the athletes that are left over. If you're watching from the Netherlands, let us know how excited you are to see Marianne van der Steen through into the finals already, still with 6 athletes left to climb. Lucie Hrozová, one of those 6. Side pull here, and she's going to start moving over into the traverse. She's going to clip here before she starts moving across. Clips being the most important things. Those are the ones that are giving you the first score here. So say you're on the 6th clip, you get a score of 6, and then you get decimal points as you're moving between each clip.
Wow, strong move.
That was a big swing there as well, though, but she's got quite a positive pocket there. Seen a lot of athletes drop down like that.
Lucie's getting to perform in the semifinals with her father watching, who has not been present for some of these competitions this year. He used to travel with us all the time. But, yeah, Lucie's doing really well. And there's a train. Oh, look, she's going to try and get greedy here. Let's see what happens. Yeah. And she's strong enough to hold this, so once she's in there, let's see what happens. Yeah, Lucie trains for this. Yep, no problem for Lucie.
Straight into a figure of 4 as well. Knew exactly what she wanted to do there. Completely bypassing that Stein and that drop down. It's going to save her some energy as well and some time. So it is possible. It is possible to bypass. You just have to have enough reach and enough athleticism to do it.
Yeah, just like I was saying, I think we're going to see some of the stronger athletes bypass some of these moves for sure, because it's just it's a smart way to climb. Even if you, if you're wasting a little bit of power for some of these girls, then it's like no big deal, Some of these girls have power to waste. And I'll tell you, Lucie, you watch her climb sometimes and you think, oh, she's off, she's going to come off, she's pumping out, this and that, she's skating around. She's a very solid climber, and she's been on the podium as a gold medalist before. So, I think she won Romania last year.
Yes, she did, Buston.
So, she's not a stranger to the podium, that's for sure. And She's a very strong climber. It's interesting in between some of these World Cups and just getting to them is a toll in and of itself. When we have World Cups in Kirov, Russia, we actually fly to Moscow and then catch an overnight train on the Trans-Siberian Express to a small community called Kirov. Not Kiev, but Kirov. And what an experience, you know. So all the athletes get on these trains, and we all kind of travel together from country to country sometimes. And, you know, we see each other here and there.
Well, Lucie's been competing for 6 years. This is her going into the next one, and has been on the podium since her first season. So she's entering finals rather since the first season. So quite a way to kickstart things into your, you know, you were saying a lot of these athletes need the experience, the trial by fire as they keep coming back and fighting, and then eventually you see the upstep into them getting into finals. Lucie hitting off in finals from her very first season, incredibly impressive there.
Yeah. Now you can see these blades. We call them blades on her axes, and everybody else has picks, but Lucie has blades. And those are truly knife blades. Those are made by her uncle. So those are hardened steel. And I think she's been climbing on those same picks for all 6 seasons.
Well, something's definitely working then.
You can see that she's really, really high up on the tool there, inversely anyway, as she goes into that upside down Stein. Sometimes a dangerous move, and now she's worked her hands up higher on the tool there, and now she's already onto the bollard. She's still got just under 2 minutes to go, and she's probably going to make a double clip here, which is also a smart move by one of the athletes. So if she can do 2 clips at once instead of wasting time in between clips, then that's a good way to go. Looks like she wasn't quite close enough to do that. So she burned about 5 seconds there. And that could mean all the difference sometimes, but at this point I think she's getting in there for a finals round competition bid. Big long pull right there. That was a powerful pull. And she knows she's on the good spot on that hold. She'll probably wind up coming up here, make this clip, and continue to motor on as she has been doing, because she's got power to waste.
1 minute still left to go on the clocks. This is her definitely moving into the final now. She's taken that clip. So she's looking good. This is just for a standing of where she's going to be in that final. As we know, they come out in reverse order for those 8 athletes that do make it through. We're taking 18 here and losing 10 of them this morning. We still have the men's semi-final yet to come for you as well, and then it's finals tonight.
Now Lucie's taking a different approach on this. All the other girls have been going to the top of the hold. Lucie, with her seasoned veteran experience, is taking the figure 4 and then getting up higher into that Stein hold. Now you can see her stepping on the accelerator. So she's been working in her little yellow zone, so to speak, all the way up until now, and now she's going to redline it. You're going to watch her move very, very quickly. I'm not sure if she's going to top out here, but she is going to get a bit more high on the route. Big long clip out of that figure 4, and look at her move. Just amazing. She's so fast, so powerful. It looks like she got her glove caught on the carabiner there.
That move was within the last second, and she managed to get it in, so that's going to add a bonus to her here as well.
Yep. That puts her in number 1 position.
Yep. New high point here from Lucie.
She's pretty happy with that, I think. But Lucie always smiles when she's climbing. She's never frowning.
I have been told this. One of the original notes that I had from some of the people on the ground was, watch out for Lucie because she's always smiling. Moment of quiet reflection here from her though now, down on the ground. Moment to look up and see where she got to, what she could have done differently.
Yeah, I think she's probably thinking about her speed being as slow as it was to start off with. She probably could have powered through a little bit quicker, but she didn't skip that one hold, and that probably saved her maybe 20 seconds overall. Maybe 15.
It didn't seem to exhaust her too much either. I mean, it was a big reach, but it was fairly easily managed.
Oh, and she's so strong. She's got so much power to waste. She could, if she gave enough time, she could climb that no problem. She is the first female to climb at the grade, so to speak, of M14 Ironman last year, and she's definitely one of the strongest women mixed rock and ice climbers in the world. So very, very strong female.
We're going to move on to our next athlete now then.